Welcome back to the SportsMax Zone. Shifting gears now to the fast lane of motorsport. Jamaican Fraser McConnell in Rallycross and Barbadian teenager Zane Maloney, already a British F4 champion, making headlines globally as Caribbean performers in recent years. Now, over the weekend, the Nordic Rally X finals delivered a stirring day of action in Sweden with Johan Kristoffersson claiming the supercar title. McConnell, a three-time FIA World Rallycross winner, finished second in the overall standings. The 22-year-old McConnell checked in with the SportsMax Zone earlier in this chat with Mariah Ramharak.
Congratulations, Fraser, on your overall second place finish. First of all, where are you in the world right now?
Thank you, first of all. And right now, I'm in Sweden at the Olsberg MSC headquarters, getting the cars ready after that crazy hectic weekend of the final RallyX Nordic, and prepare them to go to America. And the containers leave Wednesday, actually. So the team is flat out trying to get everything looking nice and pretty and working good, so that we can go and do what we're trying to achieve in America and win.
Definitely. Well, a second place finish for you. How would you sum up your performances over the Nordic Rally X season?
We came into the series, looking to get more seat time and, more time in some really intense competition to prepare ourselves for Nitro. And, after the first round where we came out with a victory, we made it our goal to try and keep that momentum going the whole way and see if we could come out on top. Unfortunately, motorsports has its highs and its lows, and sometimes we didn't have our weekend goes exactly as planned. But like I said, the competition was some really quality drivers the whole year, and I did nothing but learn, and it's a great experience.
Definitely. Let's focus a bit now about this weekend's performances. What stood out for you the most, and how were you coming into the particular events?
Yeah, every event I go in with an open mind, as long as I can do my best and try to be as mistake-free as possible, I know I'll have a good result. The beginning of the event, the first two qualifiers didn't go as planned. We had some car issues, mechanical issues, the first qualifier, and then the second qualifier, I didn't drive as good as I wanted to. We were dealing with perfection, and if it's just anything less than that, we won't be able to be at the top. Q3 was a blistering run. We were with some serious pace, and then the car bogged down with me in the last corner, so that was a shame.
Yeah.
Got to sleep on it, and then the Sunday with Q4, probably put down one of my better drives on some pretty used tires, and then the semi-final I was able to bring everything together, learn from my mistakes, and the first corner didn't go as planned. I came out to the first corner in fourth place, and just really turned up the pace and gave it 110%, and that was enough to just get first place after coming out the joker in the last lap. And final starting beside the three-time world champion isn't the easiest of things to beat him, so especially at his home track. He lives 5 kilometers away, so second place, I'm very pleased with it.
Fraser, are you able to see the screen? And of course, what was going through your mind, the tactical approach that you were thinking about as you were at this point in the race?
It's hard to follow someone and also run your own race at the same time. You tend to get caught up in following their line too much, and it's very difficult to pick your own lines and drive exactly how you want to. But that's all part of the learning experience, and I found I was able to settle down after a lap, and we were actually catching him in the end. But he won't give up any tenths or any mistakes. So that gap that you see there now would have been first lap. Small little errors that are very, very, very difficult to get back.
Can you talk to us, some more about the brilliant drive that allowed you to claim your semi-final and a front row start in the final?
So it's a very tricky first corner. It's a really long right-hander that tightens even more. And if you're starting on the outside and the person on the inside has a half decent start, you're going to have to do a lot to be able to come out in front of them. And people on the inside, stacking up and trying to push their way through. And I just got the bad end of the draw, and actually ended up hitting into the fence after the first corner.
Yeah.
But there was chaos over the first jump. Some guy, I think he forgot to press the brake, and took off like a plane over the jump, and it kind of shuffled up the field, so I got around him. So I was third coming out to the third corner, and then I was able to pick my lines and run my own race. I didn't think too much. I just trusted my instincts and knew I had it in me to get the job done.
Definitely, and looking back at your performances, you seem to be doing well in the championship standing until the stop in the Oulu zone in Finland. Can you talk to us a bit about that?
That was honestly my roughest weekend in motorsports as a whole. Go-karting, dirt bike, rally, circuit, rallycross. That was just a tough weekend. A lot of things out of my control with mechanical failures and some poor communication, but the whole team takes it to heart. It's not just me that suffers from those bad weekends. A lot of people put in late hours at the workshop fixing the car, running the programs for the computer in the car, testing. I'm sacrificing a lot of time off the track to be good as well. And when things like that you can't control happen, it really dampens everyone's confidence and drive. But at the end of the day, we all know that we're doing it for a reason, and we all believe that we can be the best. So that makes us pick our chin up and go after it again.
Definitely. Well, the only hurdle in your way, Johan Kristoffersson, he finished first at home in the supercar field. He had a very dominant season, right?
Yeah, he's a tough guy to beat. He's had so many years in rallycross, 3-time world champion. He does some GT3 racing as well, circuit, and he doesn't make mistakes. He's a guy to beat. He always has a bullseye on his back, setting the benchmark. And not many people can say that they've beat him fair and square in a race, and I'm one of those people. So it gives me great confidence to know that I have what it takes, and it's just me proving to myself what I've been thinking my whole life.
Definitely, you have what it takes. Well, this is the second successive season. You're finishing second overall in the RallyX Nordic Supercar Championship. What is preventing you from clearing that final hurdle?
Last year was us testing the waters. We weren't in a very competitive car. It was more just getting our feet wet and seeing what the supercar would have been like. And the field wasn't as competitive as it is this year. So this year we decided to go for the championship, and like I said earlier, get some seat time and prepare for Nitro. And yeah, it was at some points, it was a world-class caliber field for most part. There's only maybe 1 or 2 races that wasn't as stacked world championship level.
Yeah, well,
the Nordic Championship is the championship to be in right now, but that's ended. So all the focus is shifting over to Nitro in America. And that's going to be a show and a half.
And I'm glad you mentioned the Nitro Series, because of course that's like you're leveling up a couple levels now. So what work are we expecting you to put in as you get ready for such a level?
I always put in my absolute all. It's going to have to step up again, but I sacrificed a lot my whole life through go-karting, so I know what the sacrifice means, and I know what it would mean to sacrifice even more. And it's what I love to do. So if it's going to take everything out of me, I'm going to give everything and a little more. So I'm ready.
Fraser, so for the the Jamaican loving public and of course all your supporters, what can we expect from you in that particular series?
My absolute best, like always. Try to be mistake free, and I'm going to go for it. I've learned that you have to really put these cars on the limit the entire time. And sometimes you'll even push over the limit, but that's you won't learn the limit until you've passed it. And so I'm going to be really pushing it, and I feel so confident in the car now to trust my skills and really make the car do some crazy things. So you can expect a show from us.
And in many sports, a lot of the competitors, it's difficult for them to get support. If it's one thing where you are concerned, you've gotten support from the entire Caribbean as well as sponsorship. How have that been received by you and your entire team?
I mean, to say I'm honored is an understatement. We have Visit Jamaica on board, the Jamaica Tour Sport. We have Sandals Hotel, world's best hotel in the world, exclusive. We have Barita Investments, we have Rainforest, we have Tiger Power, KIG, we have Rimax Lubricants, Remax Europe even, and the entire Jamaica and Caribbean following me and giving me the full support that I need to go out there with confidence and execute.
Well, Fraser, of course, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me, and of course we'll be following your successes.
Yeah, Fraser looking very satisfied with his performances there, Moran. As I said before we went into the interview, so pleasing to see Caribbean youngsters, young drivers doing so well globally. This is a big European meet. I mentioned Zane Maloney, the 17-year-old Barbadian who was the British F4 champion in 2019, now competing in the Formula Regional European Championship, and just so good to see these young drivers from the Caribbean making a mark overseas.
Definitely, and from the interview I get the sense that Fraser is just getting started. He has so much other plans, he knows where he went wrong and he's willing to rectify it. So I think we're going to see some really great things from him in the future.
Yeah, we go to break. Still a lot more to come on the SportsMax Zone, including the latest from the Jamaica Premier League, powered by Digicel.